Good evening. It's good to see all of you, all the kids that are here. We might have several joining us online. That's quite possible. As usual, go through some prayer requests, sympathy notices, and some reminders. Lisa Parrish, this is of course the wife of Tony Parrish and the daughter-in-law of Gene Parrish, rested well last night. She is showing some improvement as she recovers from liver transplant surgery. And when she is able to be released from VUMC, Lisa expects to transfer to Vanderbilt Stallworth Rehab Hospital. So she, of course, has quite a bit of a recovery in front of her. I'll continue to pray for her. Jana Gobble, many of you know her. She is a teacher at Leoma Elementary. She has been diagnosed with colon cancer. Thankfully, the cancer does not appear to have spread, and she is being referred to a surgeon at St. Thomas. So they're hoping that they can just remove that and that be that. Leslie Shadrick had heart valve replacement surgery last week at St. Thomas. He has been having AFib since the surgery. And so this past Monday afternoon, he had pacemaker surgery. The surgery went well, but Leslie is still in AFib. So he is scheduled to have a cardioversion procedure tomorrow to hopefully shock his heart back into rhythm. So we want to be mindful of that. We also want to mention the Schaefer's. This is Billy, I believe, Billy Schaefer. This is a cousin to Maxine Anderson, and he and his wife, they are in their 80s. He and his wife are caring for a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old right now. So they've got a lot on their plate, and Maxine wants us to be praying for them as they take care of their grandchildren, okay? We want to extend Christian love and sympathy to the family of Kathy Van Vickle. Kathy was the wife of Dan Van Vickle, and Kathy and Dan and their son Hayes attended here several years ago. Several of you more than likely remember them. Kathy passed away this past Friday from COVID-19 and pneumonia. A private graveside service was held earlier today in Columbia, Tennessee. A few reminders. It's almost time for directory photos. So please see Melanie Nutt or Sandy Adams this evening to make your photography appointment. Information you'll need to sign up online is in the bulletin. You know, maybe you just want to do it online. You can do that. And that information is available to you in the bulletin. There will be a meeting in the Lion's Den right after dismissal this evening for those planning to attend family retreat this weekend. We're going to be going down Friday. Most of you will be coming back on Sunday. And we're going to have a meeting tonight in the Lion's Den. 9th through 12th graders, please see Jeremy to sign up for the summer mission trip. So you're like, hey, I want to go to the summer mission trip. Who do I see about that? You go see Jeremy. Feast is scheduled for this Sunday, March 5th at 5:30 p.m. in the Fellowship Building. And we might mention, I know this may be hard to believe, but Carter Hughes is planning to speak at Feast this Sunday night. And we are hopeful that that is exactly what's going to happen. He's had to miss it twice because of sickness, different kinds of sickness. And last thing, there will be a Lions activity at the Donnelly's house this Sunday evening following Feast. Okay? And I believe the address is in the bulletin. So I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy.
We are glad all of you are here tonight. Do want to make one additional announcement, and there will be an image popping up on the screen here shortly. But we are excited to be having another summer intern for our youth program in 2023, and that young man's name is Samuel Yoakum. He is from Louisville, Kentucky, and he will be working with us this summer. He is a freshman, well, sophomore by hours, freshman at Freed-Hardeman. He's majoring in Bible with emphasis in youth and family ministry. He's going to actually be a double major while he's there. Some of our kids have gotten to interact with him at various points in time at Horizons over the years, and they're working hard. I try to make life difficult for the folks in the booth. That's what I do best. And so they're trying to get that pulled up there. But he will be beginning toward the end of May, working with us, and we're very excited about having him. His mom has taught some classes at Horizons that some of our young ladies, I think, have been in at various points in time. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think. I know that Sandy has helped her with some of her PowerPoint stuff before. And one of the things, when I was talking to Samuel the second or third time, and he knew where we were from, and he was like, my mom said she loves Sandy Cook because she helped her get her PowerPoint presentation ready. So anyway, there we go. I tried to pick, a slightly more, personality-defining picture there. There are some good ones, but there he is. There's Samuel Yoakum, and we're excited to have him. He's excited to come and work with our congregation, our youth group especially. I added him into some group chats last night, and things went a little crazy. But anyway, that is something. Y'all be praying for Samuel and his work with us this summer. We look forward to that. All right, if everybody could stand up really quick. And now sit back down. And now stand back up. And now sit back down. Y'all know what's coming, right? Okay. I'm going to do it right here. All right, everybody down. Do we want to do rich or wise? Rich king or wise king? Wise king, I like wise king. 1,000 men or 100 men? 1,000, yeah, I like that too. All right, here we go. There was a wise old king. He had 1,000 men. He marched them up the hill, and then he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. But when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. There was a wise old king. He had 1,000 men. He marched them up the hill, and then he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. But when you're only halfway up, it makes your quads burn. That's what it does. When you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. There was a wise old king. He had 1,000 men. He marched them up the hill, and then he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. But when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. Why do we sing that song sometimes for like vacation Bible schools? Because I've had that question go through my mind. It says nothing about the Bible. We do read about various kings in the Bible. But why do we sing that there was a rich or a wise old king? Well, I have an idea. Maybe whether this was what it was meant for or not. I think maybe it's a good reason to think about, something to think about going forward when we sing that song. As Christians, who is our king? Who's our king? Jesus. Jesus is our king. And so when the king told this wise old king, when he's telling his soldiers in the song what to do, what do? They follow his lead. They follow his instructions. They do what he says. For us, as followers of our King, Jesus Christ, what should we do? Follow his lead, do what he says, and follow his instructions, okay? So when you sing that song, wherever you may be, and for whatever reason you're singing it, that's what I want you to remember. Jesus is our King. And if he asks us to do whatever it is from Scripture, that's what we need to do. Jesus has all kinds of teachings for us in the New Testament, and we need to take all of them seriously. I'm thankful that he doesn't tell us to march up a big hill and then march back down and then march halfway up. And then I guess you'd just stay there because you realize you weren't up or down the hill. But Jesus has a lot of teachings that we need to think about, and we should follow his lead. All right, let's sing one more song. Let's all stand up. We got to do our hippo song as per request. In the beginning God made the seas, and the forest filled with trees, and the mountains up so high. At the top he placed the sky. His fingerprints are everywhere, just to show how much he cares. In the middle he had some fun. He made a hippo that weighs a ton. Hip 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 hippopotamus. Hip hip hooray, God made all of us. Hip 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 hippopotamus. Hip hip hooray, God made all of us. In the beginning God made the seas, and the forest filled with trees, and the mountains up so high. At the top he placed the sky. His fingerprints are everywhere, just to show how much he cares. In the middle he had some fun. He made a hip with the words a ton. Hip 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 hippopotamus. Hip hip hooray, God made all of us. Hip 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 hippopotamus. Hip hip hooray, God made all of us. You are dismissed to your classes.
Well, good evening. Hope y'all are doing okay. If you're visiting with us, we're thankful that you're here, and we'd certainly like you to stick around us to get to know you. Our weather out here is a little unpredictable. The guys upstairs are watching the radars. Warnings that were west of us have expired, and so we get under a warning, we'll just all head to the basement for a few minutes. So anyway, they'll take care of us. Don't y'all worry about it. Tonight, we're continuing our study in living a life that matters.